The new report raises a serious question. With obesity rates rising and government debt skyrocketing, should Americans be subsidizing junk food?
Some consumer advocates say that we're spending billions of dollars promoting the wrong ingredients, as Elaine Quijano reports. Even some farmers say it's time for a policy change.
We're getting the ingredients to a salad here we'll make.
We plant what we eat, and we eat what we plant.
These are great tomatoes.
For the DeMills in Oregon City, Oregon, farming is a family affair. It's also a business that literally puts food on their table.
We grow tomatoes, we grow basil, we grow cauliflower, we grow broccoli, we grow chard and carrots. We grow the healthiest crops we possibly can.
Okay, let's take them up there and wash them off.
Can I eat this one?
A really big one.
And their new enterprise, Say Natural Farms, is financially healthy, despite the fact that they receive no government subsidies.
I don't think there is a subsidy for any of the crops we grow. As far as I'm concerned, the only subsidies out there are for the big grain producers.
Between 1995 and 2010, American taxpayers spent more than $260 billion in agricultural subsidies, most to grow just a few commodity crops, including corn and soybeans. And even more troubling to the DeMills, $16.9 billion has gone to subsidize high fructose corn syrup and other additives used in junk food.
We find that a lot of that money is actually going to junk food ingredients and not a lot to fresh fruits and vegetables.
In fact, according to the recently published report, Apples to Twinkies, comparing federal subsidies of fresh produce and junk food, if American taxpayers received government subsidies directly, we would each get $7.36 to spend on junk food and just 11 cents to buy apples each year, enough to buy 19 Twinkies, but less than a quarter of one apple.
There's a whole lot of attention to deficit reduction and wasteful government spending right now, and just about anything you could think of, I think, would be a better use of these dollars than subsidizing the ingredients of a Twinkie.
But what about much ballyhooed government efforts like Michelle Obama's Let's Move campaign to fight obesity and the USDA's new food icon, MyPlate, meant to teach healthy eating habits?
Certainly there are initiatives that are aimed at reducing childhood obesity, but at the same time there's all these dollars that are going out to make that task even harder.
But according to John Anderson, senior economist for the American Farm Bureau, that's just not true.
This notion that that farm programs contribute to unhealthy eating or to the obesity epidemic, it's been out there for a few years, and really I don't think there's any substance behind it.
Anderson says altering subsidy programs would hurt farmers and do nothing to improve the health of consumers.
And there's good research to show that, changing that subsidy, making it more, making it less, is not going to have an impact on those retail prices, and therefore it makes no sense to say it's having an impact on those consumption patterns.
As for the DeMills, they say their business is thriving, and they're not asking for a government handout. They just want a subsidy program that would encourage healthy eating.
I think if there was a level playing field with the subsidy program, that Americans would have a healthier diet because people could afford to feed their families foods that are healthier.
Elaine Quijano, CBS News, New York.